So we're here to talk about our WWE games. So let's lather me up in baby oil, put a little Speedo on me, and let's go. Let's get this review started. WWE 13. I actually promised to review this a while ago now that I think about it. But yeah, I just got around to reviewing it, whatever. It's the 6th or 7th installment of this long-running franchise. I mean, it started way back in like 05, and then just kept going. SmackDown vs. Raw 06, 07, 08, 09. And then they just changed it now. It's WWE 13. But good lord, that's a huge franchise, because I think even before then it was like SmackDown, which led to SmackDown vs. Raw. I played most of them. I kind of would have to say like the best ones were like 2006 and 7 and 8. Were like the three that were like, this is actually pretty cool, it's fun to play, a lot of unique features. And then before and after it just felt a lot like repeating the same thing, trying to recapture the magic and just adding more features, but it didn't feel like it was improving very much on the previous games. In 2011, I stopped then because I was just like, okay, Jesus Christ, at this point they're not doing anything different really. And aside from the graphics getting better and adding people to the roster that I don't know or care about, it's like, yeah, I'm done with this. Because my wrestling, like, I really liked it in the late 90s to mid 2000s. That's kind of when I was like, yeah, I know all these people like them, let's watch, this is pretty cool. Because most people kind of like, you have your wrestling phase where you watch and it's like, yeah, that's awesome. And that was mine. So I like people like The Rock, Stone Cold, Bret Hart. And then later I started liking like, oh, this John Cena is pretty BA. And you know, he was. But I just dropped out and it was getting really stupid. And you know, now, playing the game, I can see how lucky I am that I dropped out, because if I was still watching it, I think I'd have to drop out now. Just wrestling got really dumb according to this game. I mean, the good thing about the game though is it brings in the 90s, the whole Attitude Era. Oh, you can be Stone Cold and The Rock again. Yay. So that was fine. Like Mankind, you get to be all those people DX. It was pretty fun to do that. Kane, Masked Kane, I really liked him. He was creepy. I thought he should have been a horror movie villain. He was, like 10 years later when he was bald and all. But anyway, the game pretty much continues what previous games do, except some nice improvements. I mean, the graphics look much better than some of the previous games. There used to be story mode. There's not really a story mode. There's a mode where you play out certain feuds of the Attitude Era. That was cool. Get to relive cool storylines like The Rock versus Vince McMahon or whatever. And aside from that, there's just like regular wrestling where, okay, just grab two people, put them in this match and go. And that was fine. But the changes were really just the Attitude Era wrestlers being added in those whole stories. And there was like one or two different matches. But the way matches play out, like they added like little changes to the way a match will play out. And I think it's a revamped grappling system or something, like the AI, like the computers you're wrestling against or whatever are much smarter. It makes it more difficult. And then a couple times it can actually be rage-inducing. For the most part, it made it a little more challenging, which is good. Because I remember playing some of the old games just like, alright, I'm John Cena, I'll wrestle whoever, and then I'm going to just kill him in 2 minutes and end it. And it made it almost like sadistic that you can just beat the crap out of someone, they can't do nothing. It's like now at least it's a challenge, so that's a good thing. It was good to have the Attitude Era, but aside from that, it's just a couple graphics and match changes. They've never really done anything to one of these games to drastically improve the gameplay as opposed to another THQ franchise, because this is from THQ, the company that's, I think they're out of business now. I think THQ went broke, but another one of their company, or not companies, what the hell am I saying? Another one of THQ's franchises, UFC, like these games, like from game to game, there's only been 3, and you can tell each game they make vast improvements that change the gameplay and everything. Wrestling never really had that. But even without like tremendous changes to gameplay, it still proves to be fun for the most part. I think if you're a big wrestling fan, you'll probably buy it anyway. But if you're a casual gamer that might have liked wrestling or still does, you could probably pick it up. I don't think it's a terrible game. It's not all that great, but I'd probably give it a 7 out of 10. I think it's a fine game. Because I'm not the hugest wrestling fan, but you know, I played it, entertaining enough, fine. Check it out. It's pretty old by now. I think you can probably get it for cheap. So if you like this review, like or subscribe, comment below. Tell me who's your favorite wrestler from the Attitude Era. Mine might be The Rock, you know. Aside from The Rock, I really like Mankind and Kane. So who's your favorite wrestler? Yeah, comment, tell me. And thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later.